What's the most beautiful song you've ever heard? Rosetta Stone Tool. Okay, picture this if you will. The song is laced with so many references that it feels like a unique experience every time I hear the song and pay attention to the lyrics. If you haven't heard the song, run up the lyrics in a Google window and don't be afraid to pause and look up the genius masterpieces at work. Feeling a little overwhelmed, as one would be, placed in my position. Such a heavy burden not to be the one. Born to bear and read to all the details of our ending, to write it down for all the world to see. But I forgot my pen. Haydn's Adagio in String Quartet Opus 76. Mahler's Adagietto in Symphony 5. Glazunov's Raymonda Adagio. Mahler's Titan Third Movement. All are associated with my favorite books, so to me, each one represents feelings, a story, a particular moment of each book. There are three that come to mind. 1. Reptile by Periphery. 2. Good Riddance from the game Hades. Best Rendition Emos by Alina Gingertail. 3. Nuit d'Etoile by Claude Debussy. Best Rendition Emos by Imouki Barith. They are beautiful for quite different reasons, but I couldn't describe how much I love them no matter how hard I tried. Eric Stijimnapadisik number 1. That's some pretty shit if I've ever heard it. I actually like watching fail videos in slow motion while this piece plays. It makes it instantly better. Anytime I'm sad, I'll do that, and I immediately feel better. Hooverphonic Battersea. My Bloody Valentine to hear knows when. Rachmaninoff Symphony No. 2. I am wedded to certain performances naturally. Shostakovich String Quartet 8. Beautiful. Sufjan Stevens The Predatory Wasp of the Palisades. An atypical answer, but whatever song that randomly grips me so hard that I get goosebumps, and proceed to listen to it on repeat for days at a time. Currently The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Less Than Jake Lowell. A moment apart Odessa with the inclusion of the Russian cosmonaut intro for that bit extra. I will follow you into the dark Death Cab for Cutie. Depending on the mood, but these two spring to mind. Good Morning Eden. Or Gabriel Keshi. Or, I'm realizing that's a really hard choice. Hard, Coldplay. I'd please pick one song. Things are hard as someone who listens to an absurd amount of music. When I was around 8, I heard Pavarotti's Nessun Dorma and immediately stopped. I kept rewinding it because I didn't understand what I was hearing or what it meant. Just goosebumps, that's all. Calm, Cesar Todd from the Neon Genesis movie, as well as Everything You've Ever Dreamed. 13 Angels Standing Guard Round the Sides of Your Bed by A Silver Mount Zion, or Mountains Made of Steam. Always and Forever Heatwave. It has the most beautiful lyrics I've ever heard. But the somber singing make me feel it's a song sung by a husband to his dying wife for the last time. The Flower Duet from the Opera de Liebe. You've probably heard it before but just don't know the name. For reference, Orinoco Floenia. Angel Massive Attack. Pure Shores All Saints. My Weakness Moby. Tracy Mogwai. Help Yourself Death in Vegas. Fade Into You Mazzy Star. Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. Fix You by Coldplay. I'm Fine on the Outside by Priscilla Ann. Save Me, Bohemian Rhapsody, Under Pressure, It's a Hard Life by Queen, etc. Eva Cassidy's live acoustic version of Over the Rainbow. Edit especially when you know she was battling cancer when it was performed and died not too long after. Technically not an entire song, but the very beginning of The Secret Suite by Quincy Jones from Back on the Block album. Music from Heaven. Wildflowers by Tom Petty. More impressed by it every single time I hear it. The way another instrument gets added in with each verse is brilliant. Little Martha by the Allman Brothers. Not sure if it's true, but I read that Duane Allman had a dream where Jimi Hendrix taught him how to play it. Year 1812, Solemn Overture, Opus 49 by Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. Just how he incorporated 16 cannons in the song and the change of moods is just, clapping hands. Annie's Song. By John Denver. And yes, I'll Die on This Hill is a guy who grew up on Metallica, Guns N' Roses and AC/DC. Annie's Song. Beethoven's Third Symphony. I heard it around the death of a child and the whole symphony is so tragic and somehow hopeful and triumphant too. Agape Nicholas Bertel. My ex-girlfriend dedicated this song to me. It is no lyrics but still, beautiful and shows a lot of emotions. Personal favorite Yumi Seikai, by Haruka Tomitsu from Sword Art Online. Ending credits. X200B. Listen if you like peaceful anime songs. Edit This is by far my highest voted comment and makes me very happy that it's this one. Secret Chiefs 3 in Times. On the Nature of Daylight orchestral version Max Richter Orchestra Lawrence Dangle. Makes me sob every time I hear it. The man with the child in his eyes, Kate Bush. This woman's work, Kate Bush. Don't Give Up, Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel. Claire de Lune by WC. It's a piano song. Personally, I don't even like piano music, but this song just always gets me. There are so many beautiful songs out there. But if I had to pick one, I'd say Imagine by John Lennon always gets me. I don't know if it's the best I've ever heard, but Never Be Enough from the movie The Greatest Showman had my jaw drop. Rhubarb by Aphex Twin. And Avril 14th by Aphex Twin. I'll also mention Kiki Mora, Opus 63 by Anatoly Ladov. 348. Well, right now Jungle Back on 74. The instruments, the dancers in the video, the singing hard, crying face. A Case of You by Joni Mitchell. The purest, rawest, most beautiful albeit heartbreaking song on the planet. There's a live version of Everlong that I can't find. It's much slower, plays with soft bells and guitars. Tell Me Where It Hurts by Mimp. Alexander Boyden's Polovetsion dances from Prince Igor introduction, the George Sell recording. The Rip by Portishead, and It's Not Even Close. And Partissime from Fauré's Requiem. One of the most beautiful pieces of music I've ever heard. I'm not a big country music fan, but If I Die Young by Band Perry is heartbreakingly lovely. Straight Jacket fitting Katza. The Youth. Little Dark Age MGMT. All Apologies Nirvana. The Three Bells, sung by Anonymous Curry. Morden Harkett singing Songbird on Masked Singer UK. Gives me goosebumps every time. Immigrant Lover by Space Cadets. Coming Back to Life Pink Floyd. A ton of their songs are so goddamn beautiful. All Flowers in Time Jeff Buckley Elizabeth Fraser. Indian Summer Tori Amos. One Born in Winter by Gojira. Two of Aura by Sleep Token. 3 Sine by Rammstein. Over the Hills and Far Away Led Zeppelin. Where Is My Mind? The Pixies. Maybe I can narrow this down to a top 10. This question is impossible, fought me. Combing Down by John R. Miller. I can't describe why it appeals to me so much. Mannequin Ride the Storm. Soothsayer by Buckethead. Either Spiritualized Broken Heart or Thomas Dolby I Love You Goodbye. Sigur Rós Happy Paula. End of the Day by Kim Jong-hyun is the most beautiful song for me. Untitled for Sigur Rós. Anything from or Sigur Rós in general. Greensleeves, any version. The melody is hauntingly beautiful. Nights in White Satin by the Moody Blues. It Fill Me With Joy. Israel named Vatican remembers Breda is Over the Rainbow. God Only Knows by the Beach Boys is the only correct answer. The acoustic version of Sia's Chandelier, I Cry Every Time. Adagio for Strings by Samuel Barber. Makes me fucking cry. Scene of a Disaster. Reliant K Deathbed. If You Only Listen to Lyrics. The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face by Roberta Flack.